Hello and welcome to my podcast by Ayaz, and I'm your host, Ayaz Khwaja. And today we are diving into the fascinating world of AI, artificial intelligence. Have you ever wondered how your phone's assistant can understand you? How Netflix seems to know your favorite shows? Or how AI can even help write stories and podcasts? Well, it all starts with machines that can learn patterns in data. And that's what AI is all about. Let's take a quick look at the history of AI. Let's start at the beginning. The first AI chatbots were very simple. Eliza from the 1960s. It could mimic human conversation, but it didn't really understand anything. It just followed a set of rules. So fast forward to 2019, and we meet GPT-2. Suddenly, AI could generate coherent text, like writing short paragraphs or answering questions. Then came GPT-3 in 2020, a giant leap forward. GPT-3 could write essays, stories, even code. Imagine upgrading from a robot that can only say hello to one that can write a short novel. That's the jump we're talking about. You've heard those big players. So today we have a whole family of AI language models, also called LLMs, large language models. One of the most exciting is Falcon 180B, made by the Technology Innovation Institute. Falcon 180B has 180 billion parameters. Think of parameters as tiny switches that help it recognize patterns in language. It's been trained on trillions of words, so it can generate text, summarize information, even help you plan your next podcast episode. So other big names include Llama 2 from Meta. It's smaller than Falcon but highly efficient. Claude from Anthropic focuses on safe, responsible AI. GPT-4 from OpenAI, great at reasoning, coding, and generating high-quality text. You can think of these AI models as a family of super smart assistants. Each has its own strengths and specialities, ready to help humans in creative and practical ways. How these AIs work. So how do these AI brains actually work? That's a very legit question, right? So at their core, they use something called a transformer architecture. That's just a fancy way of saying they can remember context, understand meaning, and predict what comes next in a sentence. And remember those parameters? They are like tiny switches inside the brain that help the AI learn patterns in language. Falcon 180B also uses something called multi-query attention, which is basically a superpower for efficiency. It helps the AI process information faster. Think of it like having a super fast librarian who can find exactly the book or answer you need out of a library of trillions of books. Why it matters? These AI tools are more than just party tricks. They are helping with writing content like stories or blogs, coding and debugging software, summarizing articles, generating ideas for podcasts like this one. And while Falcon 180B is huge and requires powerful hardware, many cloud platforms give access to it, or to smaller, more accessible models. The impact: AI is helping humans be more creative, more productive, and more curious. But of course, we need to use it responsibly. A fun AI demo. All right, let's have some fun. Imagine we give Falcon 180B a silly prompt. Write a short story about a talking falcon and a time-traveling coffee cup. Here's what it might come up with. A falcon is traveling into the time of ancient Egypt civilization with a cup of coffee, the Falcon offers that coffee to one of those pharaohs. Pharaoh enjoys the coffee and laughs, ha ha ha. So yes, so Falcon 180B would actually come up with like this. I mean, any other ChatGPT or maybe Claude or Grok or Perplexity would be doing the same thing. This is not something really fancy though, but just to give you an idea, right? It will just come up with anything and it will give you some funny story. But pretty amazing part is AI creativity is in action these days, showing us that machines can be more than tools. They can be playful partners in our imagination. So, in conclusion, we have traveled from the simple chatbot Eliza to today's massive AI brains like Falcon 180B. Each step shows how far AI has come and hints at how it could range or change our world in the future. Thanks for tuning into AI chatting discussion in my podcast by Ayaz. I'm your host Ayaz, and I can't wait to explore more AI adventures with you next time. Stay curious, stay hungry, and keep asking questions. Take care. Bye.